Okay, well, we are here at the Kilburn Mill, located at 127 West Rodney French Boulevard, nestled in the heart of the historic south end of New Bedford, Massachusetts, as we are here to celebrate the grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony of the Kilburn Mill Business Center. You can always tell who the excited people are right over there. Hello again, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. Ian Abreu, president of this year's New Bedford City Council. I'm joined by my friend and colleague of Ward 6, the Ward 6 councilor. We are in his district, Ryan Pereira, and it's my pleasure and honor to be here. Pete and Jim and the team, it seems like I'm here every week. We're cutting a ribbon. And I think the friends at New Bedford Cable Network, they're like, oh, geez, another ribbon cutting at the Kilburn Mill. But you know what? That's a good thing, because that means that there's a true renaissance happening here at the mill. The fact that we are cutting a ribbon every single week, because you're leasing out new spaces to all these wonderful artisans and crafters and new small business owners here, and not just New Bedford, but coming from all throughout the region, all throughout the South Coast. So again, it's akin to the talent that we have here in this room under the leadership of Jim and Peter, and let's give them all a round of applause. I'd like to kick it now to my friend and esteemed colleague of Ward 6, Ryan Pereira. He would like to deliver a few remarks on behalf of the New Bedford City Council, and I believe he has a resolution on our behalf to present.
Go ahead. Thank you, and thank you for the invitation to be here tonight, and thank you, President Abreu and Jim and Peter. It's very good to be here tonight. The Kilburn Mill is in the heart of the south end of New Bedford. It's in my ward, it's in my district. I drive by it every single day, multiple times a day, and they have great businesses here, and this extension and inclusion of a new business center is wonderful, and I'm looking forward to the business opportunities it's going to provide here for the city and for the south end. So with that, I'd like to present a citation. So, New Bedford City Council official resolution. Be it hereby known to all that the City Council of New Bedford, Massachusetts hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Kilburn Mill Business Center in recognition of your grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony. The entire citizenry extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune, given this 22nd day of September 2022 by Council President Ian Abreu and myself, Ryan Pereira. Congratulations.
And I guess Councilor Pereira is going to hold on to the resolution for himself. It's for them, not for us, Ryan. Up next, I'd like to introduce a great friend to the city, a gentleman who's been a stalwart here throughout the halls of not just City Hall and government, but really pushing the envelope and helping to set up a conducive environment for small business success here in the city of New Bedford, and not just small business success, but entrepreneurship and everything of the sort. I'd like to introduce Derek Santos, the Executive Director of the New Bedford Economic Development Council, for a few remarks.
Thank you, Council President. When Ian started that out with gentlemen, I didn't know who he was going to refer to for those comments. I want to start by offering congratulations and thanks from Mayor Mitchell, who had two other events at the same time on the same day. The laws of physics even apply to mayors, so he couldn't come. He asked me if I would stop by and say a few words, and I said absolutely, because I was coming here anyway. So I grew up about 5 or 6 blocks up the street. I went to junior high school here at Roosevelt, so I know this area well. I've ridden my BMX bike past this mill many times over the years, but I will admit, not lately. And you can't top a official resolution, right, with those kind of words. But at the EDC, and when we first, met with these guys many years ago, saying, hey, we have an idea, we love these kind of uses for historic buildings, right? So normally, projects that get major headlines are really fantastic, and we love them. Residential reuses, high Class A space, that's fantastic. But I love coming to a place where I can get great donuts. There's all kinds of fantastic artisans here. My girlfriend's favorite athletic gear, CVG, is based out of this mill. There are dozens and dozens more. This is the kind of entrepreneurship that we like. This is the kind of economic development, this sort of grassroots economic development that you guys should know that the City Council always supports, that Mayor Mitchell is always on me to drive and be relentless with. And you see that evidenced by the infrastructure project that's planned for the street outside, that type of local support, that type of state support. We love these type of projects. We want to do more. This is a fantastic model, and we can't wait for what's next. Thank you. Ian?
Well said, Derek. Up next on our slate of speakers will be my friend, the mill manager, Peter Andrade. Peter, I know you have a few remarks, and you actually prepared remarks today, so that's how I know it's a big deal, and it's a big speech, because normally you go off the cuff, so you've got your remarks all nice and ready to go. No pressure. Do we have the teleprompter ready, Gus? No prompter? Okay. Here you go, Peter. Peter Andrade.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for...
You want to hold this for you?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay. Really speak up, Peter.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Andrade. I'm the property manager here at the Kilburn Mill. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight for the ribbon cutting of the future Kilburn Mill Business Center. I'd also like to thank KHG, Kilburn Hospitality Group, for helping us host this event here tonight. I'd like to give you a little history of the mill, if I could. The Kilburn opened up in 1905. It was part of the textile industry here in New Bedford. This mill was actually a spinning mill. So it basically would take the raw cotton, spin it into thread, and then from there, send it to other mills within the city that would then weave it into fabric panels. So the starting process was here at a mill similar to this here. After that, there was some carpet industry, carpet manufacturing, clothing manufacturing here at the mill. There was also some retail that eventually gradually came in. Many people still remember Furniture City being a part of this mill growing up. That's how I started with the mill, was actually with Furniture City. I basically worked part-time while I was still in school, so I've been with this building for a few years.
How many, Peter?
Too many to count. So since 2017, when the current ownership group took over the building, there really has been a renaissance occurring here, as Ian alluded to. There really has been a renaissance going on. Ownership and I share the same thought of Kilburn being a destination point here in the city of New Bedford. We have a diverse group of community of tenants, as far as artists to small retail shops. Some of you may have already met some of them in the next room in our main event center there. That's a group of tenants that we have here in the building. There truly, like I said, is a community aspect to what we're trying to do here. There truly is an aspect of the community which we take very seriously. Tonight, we unveil the plans of continuing that community growth here at the Kilburn Mill. Thank you very much for everyone coming out tonight. The weather was not so conducive, but thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Well done. Well done. Well done. You have a lot of fans here, Peter. Last but certainly not least in our slate of speakers, one of the owners, John Ruggieri, he'd like to deliver a few remarks as well. I think this is a surprise to some of you, but John?
Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you very much, everybody. Folks, I just want to point out how important it is for you to be here. We've got a tremendous group of folks here tonight. The Kilburn Mill is on a roll, and it's going to stay on a roll. I want to introduce Jacinta Murphy, my partner in the mill, and her wonderful husband, Jim Murray, who is the construction manager at the mill. Jim dedicates himself 365, 24/7 to the mill, and it shows as to everything that has happened here without question. And Jacinta, with her ideas and her management oversight, has taken us to great heights. I want to thank every one of our tenants for supporting us. I want to thank the city representatives, the mayor's office, and everyone else, because we are going to make this year great and next year greater for the entire city of New Bedford and the South End.
Here, here.
Thank you very much.
So, New Bedford, who's ready to cut a ribbon? All right, let's go. All right, so we're now going to start the countdown for the ribbon cutting of the Business Center. Are you ready, Jacinta?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to start down from 50? No. Why don't we do a good old school 3, 2, 1, okay? I want you to look straight ahead. Trust me, those scissors will cut, okay? That's how I cut my hair, all right? So,
Okay.
are you ready? All right. All right, let's look ahead. We're going to count you down. All right, folks, join us. 3, 2, 1.